Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Saturday, May 18th, 2019. We're going to talk today about 5 tips that you're going to use to survive a nuclear attack. So stay tuned for that. We're going to get into that in just a moment. So really important with all the things that are going on in the world right now. The possibility of a nuclear attack obviously is something that is on a lot of people's minds, okay? So we are going to talk about how to survive. What are 5 things that you really need to be looking at for survival, in that type of situation. Nuclear bomb drops, it hits, what are you going to do, okay? So let's talk about number 1. Number 1, before even a nuclear weapon would go off in those type of situations, you're going to need to have a survival plan. Have a plan in place. Have a rendezvous spot. Have, where are your family members and your group members? Where are you going to go? Where are you going to meet? Okay? That is the most important thing to start out with. If a nuclear bomb hits, knowing what you're going to do so that you don't panic. Again, I've talked a little bit about acting and not reacting in the past, okay? So if you have a game plan, you already know exactly what you're going to do. So when that situation happens, you go, okay, instinct kicks in, bang, this is what I'm going to do, and you just do it. You just do it instinctually, okay? So having that game plan is really important to start out with, okay? The second thing that you're really going to want to do is to have a good shelter in place, okay? Have some place where you and your family, you and your group, whoever it is that you're trying to protect, has a game plan of where they're going to go for protection, a good shelter. So you're obviously going to want to make sure that everything is sealed up tight. If you can somehow have, a way to filter the air, that would be really important as well. Having gas masks and those type of things in there as well for breathing apparatuses and those type of things. So shelter is going to be the number 2 thing that you're going to want to do, because obviously you got your game plan. Nuclear bomb goes off, we're going to need to get to ground, okay? You're going to need to get to your shelter that you have set up, that you have already in place, where everybody's going to meet, everybody's going to get to try to survive what is happening, okay? The third thing that you're going to really need to do, guys, is to be able to protect the people in your group, your family, whoever it is, okay? Being able to protect yourselves, security is going to be a huge thing in that type of situation. So security, like I said, being able to protect each other is going to be really important, okay? So that would probably be, right up there, making sure, that you have that in place, and those type of situations, so that you can defend yourselves. Because again, I've talked about the most dangerous person on the planet is somebody who is scared and desperate, okay? The most dangerous person on the planet is somebody who is scared and who is desperate. Now, the fourth thing you're going to want to do is make sure that your supplies are secure ahead of time. So what do I mean by that? Whatever you have, if you've been planning this for a while, you have your bug out location, you have supplies on hand, basically you just got to worry about getting to your bug out retreat, or if you live on your bug out retreat, that's even better, okay? Making sure your things are secure. That's number 4. Making sure the stuff that you have, guys, that when you get there, make sure that they're not going to be stolen, salvaged, or taken by somebody else in those type of situations. So how do we do that? Okay, hidden areas, false walls, having supplies behind a false wall, having caches. Those are important things as well. So you're going to make sure that your supplies are going to be there. Again, what are those supplies going to be? Obviously, food, water, filtration, NBC suits if that's what you have to have for that nuclear radiation and stuff like that. Geiger counters so that you can monitor that radiation. Again, remember, this is important. I wanted to bring this up real quick before we go to number 5. If there is nuclear fallout, the people that you're going to want to send outside first, okay, are your folks that are 50 years and older. You're not going to want to send the younger people out first, because by the time the radiation really gets into somebody and kills somebody, it's going to take a while, all right? So depending on where you are from ground zero. If you're closer to ground zero, you're pretty much not in a good position anyway. But if you're farther out and there is some radiation, you're going to want to send your older people out, because by the time the radiation kills them, which could be 20 years, okay, they're at the end of their life anyway. Most of their life is over. So anybody over 50, those are the people that you're going to want to be sending out to go and gathering whatever needs to be gathered in those type of situations, okay? You're going to want to keep your young people, especially your teenagers, little kids, you want to keep them safe, keep them inside so that they're not exposed to that radiation. The number 5 thing that you're going to want to think about, okay, you're going to want to think about ear protection. You want to protect your ears. If there is that type of situation happens, let's say now you're getting into firefights, and that's going to be a huge possibility, being able to protect your things. There's a real possibility you're going to be getting into a firefight. Well, you're going to want to have ear protection, because if anybody that's ever done any shooting without ear protection, your ears start ringing, you can't hear real good after even just a few shots. So let's say you're in a major firefight and you have to expand or shoot, let's say, 100 rounds of ammunition. Your hearing's going to be screwed, and it's going to affect your hearing. You're going to end up possibly having hearing loss and those type of things if you do not have proper ear protection. So it could be earplugs, the things that like shooters will wear, you know, like it looks like ear muffs, those type of things. Ear protection is going to be really, really important. Again, you know, it may sound a little crazy, but that's a really realistic thing. So, you know, having iodine tablets, having a way to combat that radiation poisoning and those type of things, being able to measure what your radiation is outside is going to be a really, really important thing as well. So these are some of the things I wanted to bring up. I wanted to talk about this because obviously with the fears of things that are going on right now, a nuclear attack is a real possibility. And so we need to think about these things ahead of time, guys. So have that game plan in place. That's the number one most important thing. Know what you're going to do. You know, I talk about this with any kind of SHTF situation, is having that game plan, knowing how you're going to react is really, really important. And actually, realistically, this list that I just gave you could go for a grid down situation. All those type of situations too. It could go for a pandemic type of situation. Again, you know, having that game plan is your first line of defense. Your most awesome weapon that you guys have, okay? The most awesome weapon that you have is your brain. If you use your brain, and if you have a plan, and you can act on your plan, it's going to save your life, all right? So, anyway, I'm going to kick this around so you can see here. Beautiful, beautiful day today. Probably, I don't think we hit 70, but we hit about maybe 65. So just a really, really nice day. I actually went today, my buddy was going down to Pennsylvania to get a cruise control put on his bike. So he had asked me during the week if I would go with him. I'm like, absolutely, I'm down for that. So we left this morning, and I met him and we had breakfast, and then from breakfast we took off. So I've been gone most of the day. It's like 5 in the afternoon now. I just got back a little while ago. Had a really, really enjoyable ride. It was absolutely fantastic. And when you're riding with friends, it makes it that much better. So it was a really, really good day. So I just wanted to share that with you. It was very, very enjoyable. Tomorrow I'm going to get back to work. I got to get back to work on stuff. I have a tremendous amount of wood, obviously, that you guys see that has to get split. I need to get going with that. So I'm going to actually be working on that this week. There's some things that I need to address with the chicken coop this week. So I'm going to be working on that as well. Bill, my bulldozer guy, is supposed to be coming this week coming up as well. So looking forward to him coming and getting things set up. We're going to be getting the 40-foot trench dug out. And, you know, I'm probably going to go down 4, maybe 5 feet with that. so that we can set up for the the new solar rack that's going to go in here. So I got to actually kind of figure out, I mean, we got to get all these stumps out of here first, but then I got to figure out exactly how far back I plan on going with the solar rack. So that is obviously something that I have to think about as well. So, it's all going to come together, and it's coming together. It's been, the weather has not cooperated obviously very much here at the homestead, but what are you going to do? You have to, and then the grass needs to be cut again, as you guys can see as well. And so I'm probably going to do that first tomorrow before I do anything else. But, it'll all come together. We're going to get it going. I'm going to get the garden prepped, get ready for planting, which we will be doing Memorial Day weekend. So there's going to be a lot going on. But that's a good thing. Anyway, look tomorrow. We're doing the live chat tomorrow. We're going to be talking about UFOs tomorrow. So UFO experiences, what you think, the whole 9 yards. We're going to get into all kinds of different things with UFOs, with alien type of situations, and we're going to be talking about that. Show's going to be at least an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, depending on the interest and the people that are, with talking. We are probably, I'm thinking we may do a call-in as well. So if we do decide to do a call-in, I will let you know. But that may be something that we're going to do as well. So I think it'll be a lot of fun. Really, really interesting. So stay tuned for that. Remember, guys, we are all in this together. That's important to remember. It really something to think about, okay? So really, really important to try to do the best we can, because we want to try to help as many people as we can at the same time. All right. Also, guys, remember, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's important to tell the people that you care about how you feel about them. And the last thing is STD, guys. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from getting there is yourself. Nobody else can stop you, okay? So just remember that. That's really important. Hang in there, stay positive, stay away from negativity, and you're going to do just fine. Work at things methodically, and you can accomplish great things. You really, truly can, okay? I will see you all tomorrow in the live chat, 8 o'clock. I may do a video before then. I don't know yet. We'll see. If you see a video pop up before then you know that I did. So otherwise, I will see you tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, okay? Have a great day. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.